Hi, my name is Gabriela Anaya Torres, and I'm doing this video in regards to why I was discharged from the Army National Guard out of Los Alamitos, California. And it was because of my race. I was Mexican, I'm Mexican, and so I was sitting in the room where all the sergeants were talking, and I was working on the computer, and one of them said, "Oh, we have to get rid of all the Mexicans from our unit." And I thought they were joking, but they weren't joking. What had happened was that right after they said that, we had gone out for our Saturday or Sunday drill, and they asked everybody who would like a cup of Starbucks. And since I know that they never buy anything for us, I mean, it's usually just an MRE, every Saturday we had to go to McDonald's and buy our own coffee, our own food for the drills. So when they offered that, right after I heard them saying that they had to get rid of all the Mexicans, I didn't want anything from them. But the rest of the kids said, yeah, they did want Starbucks coffee. So they brought Starbucks coffee, and they passed them out to everybody. And all the Mexican kids, while they were running, because they said, if you don't finish this run, or if you fail this run, you won't come back. Like, that's it. That's the end of your career here. So, I didn't drink the coffee, so I ran on time. But the rest of the Mexican soldiers told me while I was running, they said, "Oh my God, I can't feel my legs or my arms." Like, their hands went numb and their feet went numb. And so I was like, I didn't know what to do. But it wasn't just one. It was like all the Mexican kids told me the same thing. So when we came back, when we were done with the run, all the Mexican kids, of course, didn't finish because they drank the coffee that was spiked with some kind of chemical. And so I've been reaching out to a lot of lawyers, and this happened back in 2013, towards the middle of 2013, around May. And I went all the way up to Sacramento trying to get help, going to JAG, the lawyers for the military. I went to all the bases from San Diego all the way to Sacramento, and nobody wanted to help me, and they all turned me away because they can't do anything against the Army. So I'm just, I turned to YouTube for help because, I'm at the end of my rope here. I don't know where else to turn. And I know after watching a lot of the YouTube videos, I know that a lot of people do respond. A lot of people have a lot of knowledge. And so if anybody out there can tell me what to do, because I was supposed to be in until 2019, this year, in May. So my contract actually expires in May, and it's already April, and there's nothing I can do. I mean, they just told me, okay, well, they made up a story for me because I didn't drink the coffee. I was called into my commander's office. His name is Orlando Cobos, and he told me that he got a phone call from an FBI agent from LA. His name is Special Agent Nicholas Legaspi, and he said he's an FBI agent that called him and told him that I was sexually harassing him, and that's why I had to get out of the Army. And they discharged me. They said, "Oh, well, you can appeal the decision, but it's going to be up to 5 years with no pay." And I was just like, what? Like, what am I supposed to do for 5 years? Even though I only worked on the weekends because it was just the National Guard. But still, it was like I was making enough to pay for a room I was renting and for food. So I told them, well, I don't want to leave the Army. I was an E4 specialist. I have a degree from USC, from the University of Southern California in LA. And I was about to become a sergeant. And I was putting in paperwork to become a sergeant. And they were, after I heard them saying that we have to get rid of all the Mexicans, my mind went to that. And so even though I'm down on paperwork, I'm down as Caucasian because my recruiter, Sergeant Devin No, from Torrance, California. Now he used to live in Beverly Hills. Now he lives in Fullerton. He thought I was white because, I don't know, so he put me down as white, but I'm actually Mexican, and they knew I was Mexican because I would speak Spanish to all the Mexican people. And so when they called me in for that, I didn't know what to do. And at first I thought they were joking, but they weren't joking. And then they were like, okay, well, you can either quit or appeal. And I was like, well, I don't want to quit. I don't want to, so they told me, okay, well, now you have to go see this psychologist, and his name is Dr. Michael Frank, out of Los Alamitos, FRANC, out of Los Alamitos. And they're like, you have to go see him. If you don't agree to go see him, we have to discharge you right here on the spot. And I said, well, I don't want to get discharged right now, so okay, I'll agree to go see him. So then they made an appointment for me. So I went to go see him. I was a little late, and then I was traveling in a scooter, in a silver scooter, and I got there, and the guy's like, okay, well, tell me what happened. And since nothing happened, I told him, well, I didn't do anything, so I'm not going to say I did something when I didn't do anything. I don't have anything to say. So after that, he said, okay, fine, you don't have to say anything, but here's this questionnaire. So just fill out the questionnaire. And the questionnaire was basically just asking me my medical conditions. They're like, do you have diabetes? Do you have a heart condition? Do you have mental illness? Do you have diseases? And I just put no on everything. So he said, okay, that's it. Just sign your name and take a Hershey's Kiss. And he gave me a chocolate, and I thought he was being really nice, but in reality, he was being an asshole because he fucking switched my paperwork. And I know he switched my paperwork because I got a call from Sergeant Peterson from Los Alamitos back in 2013, telling me that, oh, didn't you get the letter of discharge because you're no longer in the Army due to the answers that you provided in that questionnaire, that medical questionnaire. Now you're out of the Army. And I was just like, what? I didn't answer anything wrong. I answered everything right. I don't have heart disease. I don't have mental illness. I don't have this. I don't have that. So all of a sudden, it turns out I'm suicidal and like I'm all this crazy. And I'm like, dude, like he switched my paperwork. Like he literally either went through my answers and switched all my answers, or just went and got another paperwork. And I demanded to see the signature on the paperwork, and I asked for copies of that paper that I submitted because I remember exactly what I wrote down. And they were like, oh, sorry, we can't give you a copy. Only your doctor can request a copy, your psychiatrist. And I'm like, I don't have a psychiatrist. And they're like, well, we sent the paperwork up to Sacramento to the Surgeons General. So if you want it, you're going to have to go up there. And I said, okay, fine. I bought myself a bus ticket. I went all the way to Sacramento, freezing my ass off because it was freaking cold. And I got to the Surgeon General's office, and they're like, sorry, we can't give it to you. And I'm like, dude, like, what's going on? I know you guys are fucking with me, And they're like, well, there's nothing you can do. Like, what are you going to do? And I'm like, well, I don't know. I need to get a lawyer or something. So anyway, it's been 5 long, grueling years. I was homeless. I couldn't get to work. It was just horrible because even though I was discharged honorably because my commander said that somebody said to give me a dishonorable discharge, but he fought it, and he said, no, she's a good person. I know her. We rode together all the way to Fort Robertson one time in a Humvee together, and we talked that whole entire way. And I know her character. She's a USC student. All I've seen her is do good things. So no, I'm not going to give her a dishonorable discharge. And so because of that, they moved him to another unit, an engineering unit in Orange County. So this other new commander took over. He had like a weird ass long German last name, and he was just like being a total fucking dick and just said, oh, you're fucking stupid, and didn't want to hear it. So that was it, So since 2013 December, I've been out here in San Diego just running around, running amok. I'm finally working at Rubio's over here on Rosecrans and Point Loma. If anybody wants to go there and talk to me about it, I work Saturdays, Tuesdays, and then sometimes Thursdays or Fridays. So if anybody has, I work between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. If anybody can go talk to me over there, a lawyer or somebody who knows about this, I would really appreciate it. Again, my name is Gabriela Anaya Torres. And just show up there or comment me a phone number or an email I can access. And probably a phone number is better because my emails are getting all hacked, and all my emails are getting shut down left and right. And so that's it. Or if anybody has somebody that I can talk to, I really appreciate it, because I'm supposed to still be until May of this year. And between then and now, I've been in and out of psych wards for no reason. I've been in and out of jail for no reason. They just like messing with me. When I talked to another recruiter, because they told me, oh, you can go to another branch. You just can't be in the Army National Guard. So I told them, okay, well, I'm going to join the Air National Guard. And they were like, okay. And I knew this first sergeant, Hansen, who he was the sergeant also over there at Los Alamitos when I was there. And he told me, I'm the first sergeant now. You can come over here because I know you. And you can come and be one of the soldiers over here. But when I tried to talk to the recruiter that he told me to talk to, once he found out I was in jail, because I was set up there in Chula Vista on L Street at the Social Security office, they told me that I attacked a security guard with a deadly weapon when I never did. I didn't even have a deadly weapon, and I didn't attack him. He's the one who put hands on me first. Anyway, so they put me in a psych ward saying that I was like this and that, and I'm nothing like that. They're saying that I'm schizophrenic, that I'm delusional, that I'm this and that, and I'm perfectly fine. You know what I mean? So these people I don't know if it's like a whole government thing going on, trying to, put my name through the mud, but I need help, and that's why I'm reaching out to the YouTube community, because I know there's like one person out there that knows what I'm going through, and maybe I can get reinstated or get back pay or do something before my official term is over in May of this year. All right. Thank you, and God bless. Bye.